SMOKECAST joining us now for our weather forecast and a weekend look too. It's here.
It is here, my friends, the first weekend of October, and unfortunately we are starting it off on a hot, dry, and smoky note. But there are some improvements in the forecast, so let's get into it. Here's a look at the satellite picture right now. High pressure still in control. It's pretty much right over Northern California, and it will continue to drive those offshore winds tonight, which is going to keep the status quo in place. At the surface, we have seen some slight improvement today with a little stronger sea breeze that's brought slightly cooler temperatures and a little bit of relief right along the coast for the air quality. But at the moment, it's still nasty out there. We showed you that at the beginning of the show. Very unhealthy for many locations. We still have some alerts to talk about. Red flag warnings that remain in effect through 6 a.m. tomorrow morning for the Santa Cruz Mountains, the mountains of Monterey County, at least the coastal mountains, and also the Diablo Range in San Benito County, mostly above 1,000 feet. We'll continue to see windy conditions over the ridge tops and very dry conditions, which is critical fire weather. Fires that do start could spread rapidly. The other alert is the heat advisory for all non-coastal areas that lasts through 8 p.m. tonight. It's still warm out there. If you are sensitive to heat, again, please make sure you're finding ways to stay cool. And of course, check in on your friends and family, those that don't do well with the heat. Make sure they're doing all right as well. Now let's take a look at some readings out there at the moment in the 70s. Very actually nice around the bay if it weren't for that smoke in the air. It's beautiful. This is the season. This is the season people like to come and visit here on the Central Coast because it's a little bit warmer and a little bit sunnier, and really it is beautiful this time of year if it's not smoky. But unfortunately, we're in the smoke zone right now. Inland areas in the 90s, still some triple digits out there, so it is hot. But we have seen that sea breeze kick in, and as we look at our low cloud tracker, there are some low clouds offshore trying to make some inroads on the coast, and we may see a few low clouds reach the coast by tomorrow morning. If it happens, it should be right around the Monterey Peninsula. Otherwise, the smoke starting to get cleared out as well. A little bit, I expect a little bit hanging around tomorrow at times, especially up in the hills, but we'll have a little bit more of a refresher in the low levels tomorrow afternoon, and that's going to make an impact on our air quality as well. As we look at our future air quality tomorrow afternoon, looking a little bit more moderate than the unhealthy levels we saw today, and then even better on Sunday. So slow improvement day by day. We're going to get rid of this smoke eventually, which is some good news. As for your temperatures tomorrow, most areas cooling down a few degrees, but it's still going to be quite warm. We're still going to be in the upper 90s in Boulder Creek and Ben Lomond, for example. But down on the coast, very nice, mid 70s in Capitola, Davenport at 70, 80 tomorrow in Santa Cruz. Scotts Valley still toasty at 95, however. East shore of the bay, right around 70 in Castroville, 81 in Watsonville, Prunedale in the 80s, Hollister in the 90s, Salinas you top out at 81. Monterey tomorrow dropping about 10 degrees from today. You're going to be around 74, only 69 at Pacific Grove. The cool spot tomorrow, and Seaside right around 71. Still toasty up in the hills, and in the south we're going to be in the 90s in Carmel Valley and Big Sur. Both those locations were in the 100s today, though, so that may be some relief to you. 80s to 90s in the Salinas Valley and a few spots farther south in the triple digits. The coastal forecast looking through the next 7 days, temperatures looking pretty seasonable. I've actually warmed our temperatures this weekend a bit in response to the fact that I think we'll see less in the way of low cloud cover, even though we'll have more of an onshore breeze. So looks pretty nice once that smoke clears out. Next week, you see a lot of clouds on the map, but a lot of those are going to be high clouds streaming in from the south as some of that tropical moisture streams in. It will be a little bit more focused by the end of the week as the weather system moves in, and I think that's when we could start seeing some rain chances. Right now, perhaps late Friday into Saturday's looking best. We'll keep an eye on it for you. That's not a guarantee. It's still quite far out, and there may be some changes to that forecast. Right now, I'm liking the consistency in the models about some rain coming our way. I wouldn't expect a lot at this point, though. Inland areas, hot tomorrow, slowly cooling off. We're going to stay above normal, though, through Tuesday, slowly seeing that air clear out day by day. You'll actually be below normal as we head into the weekend with increased high clouds. And again, watching for rain chances. It is the season where we start to see that switch over, guys.